problem. Now the problem is going to, be these domestic groups. And then every time there's some event, they're going through the computers to try to find something to then connect to me so they can try to come after us. And they're telling cops everywhere. When you see a Ron Paul sticker, this is in the MIAC and Homeland Security reports that the police sent us years ago, that we know the ADL and Southern Poverty Law Center are basically right. They put out the base literature, the intelligence reports. It gets regurgitated and plagiarized over and over again. And it's just a demonization playbook, like it's Nazi Germany or something. And I'm, the Jewish shopkeeper, I'm being demonized. And we get Army documents about relocation camps, gun confiscation. All of this is now admitted. Brigade, Homeland, everything we've talked about starting to come true because we're going off the source documents. And they're saying, hey, if you believe in a world government run by bankers, you're a terrorist. And the cops are being taught this. Ron Paul stickers. Aaron Russo, Freedom of Fascism, great film, Jewish guy, friend of mine, Against Tyranny. They said that's dangerous, the Southern Poverty Law Center and others did. So it's a total demonization of anybody. They put us in their intelligence reports, their public ones, their private ones. Those have come out. My dad at his dental office gets mailed the intelligence report, because all prominent people, quote, do, and it's how I'm a devil and all this stuff. This is really creepy. No, I'm a human being. I need to be humanized here. And what you say about me is twisted and distorted. And if you do strike me down politically, or if somebody else does, or some crazy guy like the guy listening to Southern Poverty Law Center stuff goes and shoots up the Family Research Council, it doesn't matter. The information will still come out. And the ADL goes after anybody that stands up for the family, decency, sovereignty. I mean, it's just a revolutionary group trying to shut down free speech in this country. And I'll tell you right now, the groups that oppose them are nasty as well and come after me. I mean, I'm attacked by all the Nazi groups, the white supremacist groups, the Klan groups, and then I'm attacked by the ADL. And the federal government and other groups have been caught running the white supremacist groups. Right. I said Hal Turner, who used to say I should be, gone after, was FBI. It turned out he was in federal court. Yep. So I really now understand more and more. Those Nazi groups are not Nazi groups. It's full spectrum dominance. It's just like the globalists control Al-Qaeda. Sure. Well, these groups control and manipulate these other ones.
They get the extreme on the left and the extreme on the right, and we're all caught in the middle just trying to tell the truth.
Yeah, in fact, we have that clip that they say doesn't exist. Here is a short clip, just play like a minute or so, of CNBC, where we're slaves to international bankers that run a world government. Here it is.
So mostly what they do is hold summits. I think that right now the question is, do we all work for central bankers? That's what I want to address to our guest tonight. Is this global governance at last? Is it one world, the central bankers in charge? Jim Iorio, you say we've got some downside here, a correction in the markets. Fine. But aren't we all just living and dying for what the central banks do? Aren't we all just counting on the fact that there's a Bernanke put and that we won't go any lower than, say, 5% down from here?
Of course we are, because if we look at the economic data, there's nothing to get excited.
And the Financial Times of London, The Economist, The Washington Post, Time Magazine, we are run by foreign banks, ha, 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 rub it in our face. Right. And then they're like, we're going to shut down your power plant, ship your jobs overseas, break up your families, teach 6-year-olds sex, period, is wrong. And then we're like, hey, we don't want some weird pervert guy teaching 6-year-olds how to fist each other. And they're like, oh, well, you're just a homophobe. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's crazy people. I mean, they've got a method to their madness, but the globalists are nuts. And they're declaring war on anything they don't control. It's a corporate takeover. And I've had enough. So in closing, I don't want to even be in these mindless fights with people. I mean, you make fun of us because we say sodium fluoride's brain damaging people, 7-fold increase in cancer in people that drink it. That's Harvard studies, just out. Of course, we've known since the 20s. That's why they put it in the water. We know they're chemtrailing us. That's declassified. I mean, our cancer rates are up 3,000%. Pediatric cancers are over 10,000%. Autism, 1 in 25,000. Now it's 1 in 58. I mean, we're dying here. We're under eugenics. Hitler was a spinoff of that. So the Nazis are all mad that I don't like Hitler when he was just a creation of what the globalists made. All this race stuff is nothing but divide and conquer. And the ADL is just another set piece in all of that. But to the Southern Poverty Law Center and the ADL and all the rest of those type groups, I'm tired of what you're doing. And what you're doing is wrong. And you're bringing, you know, bad mojo, whatever you want to call it, on yourself and your families. And I don't mean I'm threatening you. God, the universe, does not like what you're doing. And if you wonder why you're so miserable and why you're so unhappy, it's because you serve evil. You serve evil. And people that mindlessly serve a lot of these other groups. I'm not here to judge you, but I'm here to tell you your works are evil. Your fruits are evil. What you do is evil. And all these groups come after me because they know I'm genuine. My phones are tapped. The government knows I'm real. They try to tell you I'm not real, as Cass Sunstein said, to create cognitive dissonance. Fine, I'm bad. You out there know you're good, so stand up, speak out. And they're afraid of us coming together, different religions, races, colors, creeds, against tyranny, against the foreign banking complex that is incredibly racist. You know, people say, are the Rothschilds at the top of the pyramid? Yeah, but they've joined with the Gothas, the Saxe-Coburgs. It's racist and hateful towards everybody. You know, our government paid Israel to irradiate 110,000 children. Many of them died, the ringworm children. Why was Israel killing their own children? Because it's a sacrament of death. They hate everybody. You need to understand that. This is a death cult. This is a group of evil people showing off to each other about how far they'll go. And I'm not even talking about the ADL at that point. I'm talking about the groups above it. And you look at somebody like Abe Foxman, I mean, he just pure ego, arrogant, kind of childlike when you watch him. I mean, I don't hate Abe Foxman. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him because it's a life that is basically a joke. I wrote a few other points here, but in closing, anti-free speech organization, anti-gun organization, anti-liberty, demonizing those of us that know a world government's here, even if it's, as it's all admitted, you're coming after us, you're demonizing us, and I, for one, have had enough of it. I ask listeners to support us, to spread the word about the broadcast, because we're going 110% into the face of this. We need your prayers, and to police and military, in closing, I want to ask all of you to understand that we're being manipulated against each other. The globalists, again, get us all dressed up where you're on one side, we're on the other, and we're now all basically supposed to fight with each other. We're all supposed to now go out and have a civil war with each other. This ideology of demonizing returning veterans, gun owners, conservatives, libertarians, and patriots is going to massively, massively cause conflict and crisis, because the cops are going to look at patriots as potentially violent. The patriots will see that aggression and get in an aggressive posture, and more fights will ensue, and this will create the civil war the globalists want. So that's it in closing. That's it in a nutshell. That's what we need to avert here. Ask yourselves, why every time there's one of these shootings do they immediately try to connect it to INFOWARS.com and what we're doing? That's my basic breakdown on that. We're going to go to the interview now with director Joel Gilbert with an update on his incredible documentary, Dreams from My Real Father, that I should add is available at InfoWarsShop.com. Thank you, Rob Dew. We'll be right back. Stay with us. It's InfoWars Nightly News. Alex Jones here with a message that could revolutionize health in this country. Going back about 1.5 years ago, I began to learn about the incredible health effects of longevity products. Aaron Dykes lost 92 pounds. We're going to show you some before and afters. Aaron, break down what happened, your story.
I've worked really hard with diet and exercise to try to lose weight, but I just didn't get the results. It just didn't happen. Then I saw what you were doing with InfoWarsTeam.com. I wasn't even trying to lose weight, but I got it because I wanted to feel better energy. I wanted that nutrition. Didn't even understand how that could kickstart my own weight loss goals, but the products did that for me. I found myself suddenly losing weight, more energetic, wanting to exercise, wanting to eat the right foods.
And they don't even advertise it as weight loss. I want to challenge our radio listeners to go to InfoWarsTeam.com. Sign up as a distributor and get wholesale pricing discounts at InfoWarsTeam.com. I really enjoy it when the globalists try to poison us, and, well, we resist them via a free market system. Hello, my fellow Info Warriors. Alex Jones here, introducing you to the ProPure family of gravity-fed filters. Now, you know that the globalists are filling our water with radioactive isotopes, fluoride, lead, mercury, arsenic. And one of the few systems that can efficiently and economically remove or reduce down to non-detectable levels these poisons are gravity-fed filters. And ProPure is the top of the line. Their filters are impregnated with silver, a natural antibiotic. On top of that, they're bigger, so they filter faster. You don't have to prime these the first time you use them. It's amazing. Go to InfoWars.com and click on the shopping cart link to see the entire family of these babies. Now, the fluoride they add to our water is so tiny that most filters can't cut it out. But ProPure has their system that will, again, reduce it to non-detectable levels, almost get all of it out of there. That's also available. And if you look at the different systems they offer, the ProPure Big Brush Finish is on a stand, so it's easier on a table or at your restaurant or wherever you have it to go up with a glass or a mug and fill it up. Then there's this big baby right here, the ProPure King large version. Got a lot of different options that come with it. Also, they have the ProPure Big, probably one of the best values out there. And of course, it's burnished stainless steel. And then what I use on my RV, something that's great for your hunting cabin or the back porch, is the ProPure Traveler. Small and portable, but packs a huge punch, cleans out all that garbage. They also have a glass sight spigot, so you don't have to take the top off and look in the bottom area to see how much water. You can see how fast it's filtering with this optional system. The globalists obviously are hitting us through our water. It's time to take control of our lives. It's time to not give our children and families these poisons, and these systems cut it down to non-detectable levels across the board. ProPure is the name. I only promote what I believe in. And I use ProPure in my home and my office. And I recommend that you check out the information on ProPure at InfoWars.com. We already have the lowest price at InfoWars.com on the ProPure gravity filter system. But when you add in the 10% off when InfoWarriors use the product code WATER at InfoWars.com, nobody can top it. So again, it's a win-win-win. Stop drinking the poison water. Checkmate the globalists when it comes to your health, and support InfoWars.com and the work we're doing here. You know, many revolutionaries rob banks and things and kidnap people for funds. We promote in the free market the products we use that are about preparedness. That's how we fund this revolution against the New World Order in our move to restore our constitutional republic and a spirit of 1776 worldwide. Check it out at InfoWars.com. ProPure, top of the line, #1, most powerful and effective and economical gravity-fed water system in the world. ProPure, available, discounted at InfoWars.com. Don't forget product code WATER to save 10%. It's the latest generation, years in development. ProPure is the name.
Hey, welcome back to the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm your host, Rob Dew, and we are now joined by the director of this film, Dreams from My Real Father, which goes through not really the birth certificate issue, but the fact that we don't even know who Obama's father is, or who his real father is, but Joel Gilbert makes some really amazing claims in here that his father is Frank Marshall Davis, the renowned communist writer. So we now welcome to the show, Joel Gilbert. Joel, how you doing today?
Hey, thanks for having me tonight.
Well, you contacted me last week saying you guys are going to have some big breaking news coming up, and it's on your website now, which is obamasrealfather.com. And why don't you go through that? It's going to premiere on WorldNet Daily in a couple hours. Why don't you just take us through that?
Sure. Well, in addition to the film came out a few months ago, we've been shipping it, and it's been on Amazon official release since July 24. But my investigation has continued, and I've received a lot of additional information. The premise of the film, of course, is documenting, presenting evidence that the Kenyan father that Barack Obama sold him